primordial existence in the hypercontinuity of our entire space into the astral belt. Let me explain. So, in the past 8,000 years, we have been discovering a thing called the falsification of the gods of creation, aka known to be the ultimate zenith of the creationist lore. So, basically what I mean by this is the 8 gods that have created this world, or what's basically the deadly sins. That's what the 8 gods represent, with, pride, envy, or the rest, like greed, wrath, lust, greed. Did we already go with that? But basically, top of the mill, like 7 deadly sins, and then a leader of the deadly sins, that being the absolute one. The absolute one has created these gods to basically like take over the world and to seek the order of the 8th known dimension that rounds this table. Pretty interesting stuff, I would say so myself. But basically, each universe has its god or something. Like the 8 universes, think of it like Dragon Ball Z, how it had like the tournament of power, and how like every single universe might get deleted if they suck ass at it. Basically that. But basically, what this means is that the catacombs are just centralized in like Europe, like those French catacombs, or France or whatever. I don't remember where it's from, Paris. But basically that one video that was popular online of like them getting like a camera, and like some guy just got like spookified out the catacombs and then he like disappeared. It's like a popular video online. Basically that's where the absolute one's corpse lies in to hide from the forgotten one. Now the forgotten one, he's a very interesting figure. He's been forgotten for thousands of years. He's the ringleader of all the sins at this point. Basically a very important guy. He may do some evil stuff here and there, but very, very important to the natural order upon this world and its 8th cold vein. Very important, as if we don't have the absolute one, then this world is gonna go into just like absolute hyper speed chaos upon this 8th dimension, because we are living in the 7th dimension right now, or 8th, because every single 1,000 years a god dies and one of them's brought back, and it's been the 8th one so far. So we're in universe 8 and god 8, so meaning in the next like cycle or 2 the absolute one might come back, because there are 10 gods within this world's hyper cataclysm mind construct that the FBI lies to you about, that you have to like understand that we gotta escape the Matrix and all. The Matrix, by the way, was created by the Darkly One. Now the Darkly One, he's basically the true evil of the entire world. He's basically controlling the government. He's controlling everything. He's controlling the companies. He controls the gas prices. Big deal. But where I'm at right now, he's been a little nice, but he's gonna torture us back on. He is basically the real US president of the shadow government. Do you want to understand what the shadow government is? It's the shadow government, meaning that he controls everything, and everything that he controls gets controlled by the government. The government controls everything, meaning he is the true leader. Not your Donald Trumps or your Joe Bidens or Kamala Harris's. No, it's him. It's the Darkly One. He is the true evil manifestation of this world. And not only that, he controls the American government, he controls like every other major country government ever. Like seriously, he controls the African governments, he controls the Europe governments, he controls the Korean governments, etc. Man. But basically he is the true evil. He has been causing world hunger, world devastation, the loss of hope, the Gen Z goon epidemic, basically all that. You need to blame everything on him, as he is the true evil upon this planet, as he is controlling our sperm count, making us betas, and we need to do something about it. Another thing to understand about the hypercontinuum about outer space and the astral belt is basically outer space as a whole is a construct. The mind constructs a limited ability to just see beyond the future scale of what the 8 gods have presented to us. So basically meaning once you get rid of the mind construct, you just become enlightened right there, and you see all 8 universes or what they are until we meet the worm. Now the worm, however, has been the true evil, the darkly one. Yeah, basically just think of the worm as of Azathoth from Norse mythology. Yeah, Azathoth from Norse mythology. Basically, he is the biggest evil. He's a massive ass worm, and he's going to consume the dreams and hopes of every single human upon the 8 universes. That's the only reason why he's alive, and that's why despair and depression and hatred is still here today. Because not only that the Darkly One's influenced by him, but the Darkly One is his master. Basically think of it like the big villain's true motivation. So he summons a dragon out of nowhere, basically like that. He just like loves consuming the hopes and dreams on everyone. But now we have the Absolute One. Now the Absolute One, every god death, the Absolute One comes back from the grave of the catacombs in Paris, France, or whatever you call it. And basically like fights a war with them, and he always fails because he is the Absolute One. He has to find the 7 other gods, the 8th god, to basically like run down order on every single thing upon this planet. That is his sole primordial existence in this mind continuum space of hyper reality. Or at least that's what I can say legally, because there's so much with this guy. Like, it is just absolutely insane. It baffles me. It horrifies me because I've seen everything this man has done. The Absolute One is a failure upon mind construct. He is not a real god. He is only there to be consumed by the other gods endlessly. That is why he is named the Absolute One, as he is absolute caring. He is just absolute. No matter how much you get rid of him, he's still there, as you cannot make nothing into something. He is something, and you cannot make him into nothing. But now, hyper-primordial existence, let me explain that. So, hyper-primordial existence is the space between mind construct and the 8th fold body. The 8th fold body is beyond any control upon this 8th universe. As once you see the hyper-continuum of hyper-reality, then you just become utterly nothing as you see the void of the Darkly One, and you become one with him. You do not want that to happen whatsoever. You do not. Please don't. Please. But ultimately, hyper-existence has failed us all, and we must become one with the Darkly One, and become overshadowed beyond mind construct control, and become one with the mind above earth and shadow, the shadow tree of the blooming empire of the 8th fold gods. The Absolute One shall make this day come on the 8th day and 8th year, on the 8th hour. And when it all happens, the 8 blind men, the 8 hungry, the 8 greedy, every single one of them will conjoin together to make the Absolute One, and with us will be revived upon another 8,000 years of suffering beyond mind construct control. I don't have enough time to explain all this. The Absolute One, I've seen his face, I've seen his true form. It is beyond my mind construct and my ability to see anything. I need help. I need to seek the seeker of 8-fold eyes. I need to see the 8-fold eyes to save us from this despair of the 8th god. The Absolute One.